This video will show you how to use the program IBM SPSS Modeler with the text analytics package to examine a column of unstructured text that is stored in an Excel file. So I start by opening the program. This is IBM SPSS Modeler, and it has a lot of capabilities. We're just going to be looking at, as I said, the text analytics package, which is down here. So what we do is we build what's called a stream to do this. The first thing we do is we have to identify the data file, and we are using an Excel file, so I will click on this node and drag it up here. Then I will right click on that to edit it, and then you have to specify if it's XLS or XLSX, the newer extension, which my file is. I then identify the file here. I'm looking at text that discusses personhood, debate in social media, and OK. And if it works, it should list the name of the data file here. The next thing I want to do is go to Field Ops, and this is where I can specify the type of data. So I will click on this node and drag it up. Then I will right click on the data file, hit connect, and then connect it to the type. After that, I'll right click again to edit the types, and you'll see the columns in your XPSS data file listed here, and the measurement, which is whether it's categorical, continuous, or more specifically if it's nominal or ordinal. Okay, I'm actually going to leave it exactly how it is because the data I want to examine are in the column description, and that's categorical, and that's what I want. Then I click on the SPSS Analytics tab, and I take this thing called text mining, and I drag it up here. I then right click on type to connect it to the text mining. I then right click on the text mining to edit that, and now I want to tell it which column to examine. And as I mentioned, it's within the Excel file, it's this one called description. Okay. So now we're all set. At this point, you can save the stream. Probably a good idea to get in the habit of saving the stream. I'm not going to bother. But I'm going to right click on description and run it. And now it's going to run through the stream. The data will be examined by the text mining tool. And the first thing it does is it identifies the top 5,000 relevant concepts. So it's extracting the data set, and it depends on the size of your data, the amount of time it takes. And it indexes the concepts, and it attempts to categorize the concepts. The most common category you'll see is clearly unknown. It doesn't know how to categorize it. But you will also see location, names, proper names of people, and also organizations. If you want to, you can click on something and generate what's called a concept map. Click on this, click continue, and continue. And what this does is it will show you kind of the co-occurrence of concepts, or how highly associated concepts are with the concept you're examining. Alright, so you get a map like this. So the word personhood, the concept personhood, has a high similarity to abortion. You can see that most of the people who are discussing personhood are examining abortion issues, and they're doing so in America. You can see some religious themes, United States and US. You see a lot of synonyms also here, and that's pretty common because people will discuss the same concept in different ways. Alright, so that's one of the tools you can do with text analytics. You can also click on something and hit display, and it will show you the actual media content. Mainly what I'm looking at are Twitter tweets. And so you can see here's a Twitter tweet where the concept of personhood appears, and it's highlighted, and I have quite a few there, 2,323. Alright, so now I want to do the next step, which is to categorize these concepts. And so there's an automated function here. You click build, and build now. And what it does is it goes through and it looks for configurations of these concepts into different types of phrases, which are called descriptors. And those descriptors are also categorized into different themes. So it's similar to what many qualitative researchers already do in a more manual way, but this is of course completely automated by the text analytics tool. And so what you see here is a first stab at categorizing the personhood data that I was examining. So it came up with these themes based on how the social media data are discussing this issue. So bioethical issues, government, personhood itself. You can click on these and see descriptors that are categorized within those and subcategories. And sometimes subcategories have even deeper levels of subcategories. Some of the coding is off and some of it's great, but you do have the power to edit the results. So let's, for example, look under bioethical issues. You'll see that abortion appears here, and something we've noticed from looking at this before is that abortion is largely what the personhood debate is based on. So this should be what we call a top-level concept and not a subcategory. So I will right-click on that, and I will click Move to Top Level. Alright, so now abortion is a top-level concept. If I scroll down, you'll see it is there, and it is expanded out. So within abortion, you see a lot of different subcategories. Alright. Once you're happy with the way the categories are set up, you're now ready to score the documents. So you click Score, and this will go through your data and it will code, in my case, every Twitter tweet with the presence or absence of the particular concepts. So we see there's 563 ways people are talking about abortion, and 4,298 documents have the word abortion. I think my total data set is about 8,000 documents. Well, documents kind of a loose term. Units of analysis are actually Twitter tweets, but anyways, that's what documents refers to. And so you can just kind of examine the way this is appeared, which you can look at the number of times different things appear. So abortion itself comes up in 560 documents, and its subcategories have different numbers of documents as well. And you can also display these. Let's say I want to look at safe abortion. Right? So I can hit display, and down here it shows me the tweets where that descriptor appears. And up here you get some visualizations. In this case, not too enlightening, but okay, so vertebrates, fetus. Alright, so different things correspond to the term safe abortion. Well, it's 100% because there's only one document. Let's look at something where there's more than one. If we display abortion itself, we could see what kind of concepts tend to co-occur with that. Now, you're always asked if you want to skip the visualization. I don't like to skip it. I have a small data set, so it doesn't take that long. So I click no to that. Now I can see which concepts are corresponding with the word abortion, or the descriptors related to abortion. And so abortion itself, of course, 100%, right? But because that's one of our top level concepts. But we see personhood corresponds 18% of the time. Right? So now we're getting some quantitative results. Geography, where are people talking about abortion? America's 10%. But you can keep drilling down. North America is 9.5% of that. So some of that's South America. U.S. is most of that, and then here we go. You can drag this over and see what this is. USA, right? Just to, again, we could adjust the code hierarchy on this side, but this gives a sense. You can also look at the category web. Now this is hard to interpret when you have a lot of categories, so I like to look at this option here, show highest level categories. And this will show me how the high level categories, which I've got quite a few actually, it shows me how they are related to each other. Alright. So once you edit this, you have to rescore or you have to regenerate the display. Alright, so bioethical issues, you can see, for instance, has a heavy relationship with the term vertebrates and with the term abortion. Asia's in there for some reason. Human resources. And again, you can examine the actual tweets to see how they're being discussed. And that's basically a quick overview of how you can use IBM Modeler with text analytics to examine a column of unstructured text. And certainly Twitter tweets are extremely unstructured, informal, and often sloppy form of data. But now we can come up with visualizations, we can come up with some even quantitative tables to discuss those the way these issues are being discussed. And that will conclude the video.